Hello! So this video is going to be dedicated towards organizing and decluttering after 4 months of full-time RV travel. So the RV we have found gets very dirty very fast, and we actually just came off of boondocking in the wilderness in South Dakota where it's dirty, and the RV just needs a tune-up. I wanted to take you through each area of the RV as I organize and show you kind of where we're at right now, and then show you what I'm going to do afterwards. So it's kind of a before and after. You can join me as we go. This is a Class A. We have a bunkhouse. The front living area is obviously also the driving, and then we have a bedroom in the back with a bathroom. So if you are in a Class A and you are needing organizing tips, or if you just need some inspiration for your fifth wheel or your travel trailer, you can surely find something that will help you here. So let's get started. Okay, so here's the deal. When you get lazy and you don't always put things away where they go, i.e. in the freezer, in the plastic container, which I don't even see right now, which means it's probably somewhere else. It's been reused. Things get messy, and the bottoms of those containers were full of pasta and Cheerios. So I just vacuumed them out. Now I'm gonna put everything back where it goes. I got all the trash out of there, and I put everything back where it's supposed to be. So this is not terrible for 4 months of RV living. Obviously we do some upkeep, but most of this stuff under these 2 booths I haven't touched really at all, but we do use it all the time, so that kind of helps. I haven't deep cleaned it is what I mean, but using it all the time, you kind of have your hands on it all the time, so you can keep things more organized. But occasionally you need to take everything out and vacuum out the pasta and the Cheerios. So that's what I've just done. Now I'm gonna go back and put everything away. And obviously, this is not a comfortable job, but it has to be done. So this is where we keep like all of our dry snacks and things. I normally get rid of the boxes, but not when I put things under here because they'll get crushed. So I keep the boxes for underneath the booth, and then I throw all the boxes away for any of the snacks that I put above. But this is where we keep like our bulk dry goods. Let me show you what I've done. So you saw the before. I just kind of took everything out, reorganized it where it's supposed to go, and then all of the food, the 2 food bins I've vacuumed out because they had pasta and Cheerios in the bottom. These 2 things sit in here when we're traveling. I just set them down in there nicely. They actually fit perfectly, and that is that compartment. So now that that compartment's done, I'm going to do a little bit with this one, although this one is not, there's not much I can do over here. Take a peek in here. So I just cleaned that up a little bit. I have another bin for just plastic goods. It's like our Ninja, some mixing bowls, and then Nate's tools. So, and there's some like games and stuff in there too. You can see our chess game. You can see I've got a container on the far left for all of my glass like seasonings and oils and things like that. And then I have a bin in the middle. This is usually for like chips, tortillas. Like, this is so disorganized right now, it's not even funny. And then over on the far right side is where I keep all of our cups and plates. So you can kind of see in there, and there's like candy shoved in there. So this all has to be torn out and reorganized. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like on the other side when I'm done. Alright, so I'm going to go through the entire pantry storage and do the exact same thing that I did with these 2 bins, the oil bin and the soft goods bin. I don't know what you call it. And I'm just gonna clean it all out, check expiration dates, get everything reorganized, and put back where it goes, and then I'll show you the finished product. So one thing that I do for all of our cups, we have a lot of cups. Well, we don't actually have a lot of cups. We have like 6 cups. We keep all the lids on them, so make sure they're dry when you actually store them away and put the lids on them. That way you don't have lids laying around and you can't find them. We've lost lids under the drawers before, and that wasn't fun to try and get them out. So lids on the cups, cups in the cabinet. Okay, let me show you what I've done. I have taken all the cups and everything out. This would focus. Put their lids on them, and then I went through all of the food in these containers, which all of these came from the Container Store, but you can also buy them on Amazon. They're just a utility drawer that you would actually put in your garage. And then a few canned goods, the dry stuff, and the bucket of oils. That's it. We're all done with the kitchen pantry storage, so now I just have to clean up this mess that I made. Okay, so today we are in the front of the RV. I'm gonna just finish off what organizing I have up here. It's not a lot, but it is something. So I'm not sure about your RV, but our RV does not have like a cover for these, so I actually don't keep a whole lot of things up here. The only thing I keep up here are some books, and then my husband's like headphones and things are up here. That's about it. So this stays pretty empty. If I could find some sort of net or like tension rod or something that actually looked good and could fit here, I would probably use that space. But this cabinet, let's move on to it. This is mine since I sit on the passenger side the majority of the time. I took this cabinet. You can't really see inside of it, but I have a tin of like pins and some books up here that I refer to quite frequently. Also, what's up here are like just papers that I need to address pretty frequently, and our TV box is up here, which we don't actually use the TV in the RV for cable, so that box is pretty useless to us. But other than that, this is just some bare bones office supplies. I will show you the inside of one of these compartments so you can see that back here we don't actually have a lot of space. It cuts off, so literally the width that I have to work with is about the width of a book in there. So I can't keep a whole lot of things up here. I just usually stick with these books and some bare office supplies. I like to use all of the available space up front that I can. And underneath our dash down here, there's actually a huge section that's just open. There's like vents and stuff under there, but I keep this crate under there, and this is our homeschool curriculum that we use each week, but it needs a home, so it goes underneath the dash in a crate, and that's where I keep it. So we have a few books in here that we use as well, and little games that we use in our homeschool, and then I have like a couple notebooks that I keep. And then also in this bin is just like a miscellaneous box of things. So these things don't really have a home. It's like gas receipts and like my mouse. There's like a bag of just random electronics that don't have a home. So I keep those things in this bin, so we know this is like our junk drawer. And it just fits really nicely in here, and it keeps all of the books back. So this is just homeschool things and miscellaneous electronics. And then I keep these 2 bins, so there's 2 more. These 2 actually fit really nicely under my chair, and they live there all the time, so when we're driving down the road, they're not going anywhere. There's no space for them in the cabinets because of the size of the bins. So these just sit under my seat, and this one is just like electronics that we use all of the time. Cords, chargers, you name it, it's in this box. And then these are just the girls' crayons, markers, glue, things like that. So more homeschool stuff, and it won't fit in there, so I have to keep it somewhere. So these two I keep underneath my chair. This one I keep underneath my dash. All right, let's move on to the middle compartment. This compartment is actually one that is organized, and there's only 3 things in there, and I really like it. So let's talk about it. So I told you I would show you inside of a compartment, so you can see we don't have a lot of space back there. You see that this thing? That doesn't allow us to have anything super long or tall in these cabinets, so we have to be really selective about what we put up there. So this is our entire movie collection from home. I keep my big camera up there because when we're driving, I don't think it should be spinning around the RV. Okay, so we bought these organizing bins on Amazon, and they have worked beautifully for storing our entire movie collection. And then they just fit really nicely up there. So this works out for us. All right, moving on to the third cabinet. All right, so we're on the other side. Again, this compartment up here really doesn't have anything in it. It's just hats, and my husband has a tape measure, like level thing up there, and that's it. There's nothing that, if he's making a turn, that can fall out. We've had that happen. It didn't feel very good. So this cabinet up here, battery storage. So these are all of our batteries. So we order batteries in bulk on either Woot or Amazon. Usually we haven't ordered from Woot in a long time, but they are a good source for bulk batteries. And then we have our camera system up here. These are the cameras that we have up for our security. So we turn these on when we're not home, and we get alerts on our phones. These are the Blink XT cameras. We use these and we put them up on the side of the RV when we're not home. So this is 2 different purchases. You'd have to purchase the mounts, and then you'd have to purchase the camera. These are just the Blink XTs. They don't have the 2-way sound. The XT2s, which are out now, I don't even think you can buy the XTs anymore. It's only the XT2. They have 2-way radio on them, so you can actually talk to whoever's at your camera. But that's the other thing that we have up there, and that's it. That's all we keep in these cabinets. These cabinets do have plug-ins in the backs of them, but it's really hard to keep anything plugged in up there. The driver's side compartment, there's actually like a magazine rack down there, and you can kind of see it underneath. The drone and my purse are usually sitting in a chair out of the way, and then we usually keep these chairs facing forward. That is the storage for the front 3 compartments, plus the 2 useless bookshelves on the side. You can see now that I have put that away, the homeschool bin is there, and then these 2 bins are stored away under the chair, and these do fit snug all the way under. I just left them a little bit out so I could show you how I have them stored. They just stack on top of each other, and that's it. So you can see that's quite a bit of storage space under there, and we might as well use every single bit that we can. Behind the seat, this is where a lot of people have asked us, like, where do you keep your shoes? We keep a broom up front right by the door, and then each of us are allowed to have 1 pair of shoes right up front by the front door. Okay, so in our bathroom we have 2 mirrors. This is a medicine cabinet, and then obviously the mirror on the wall. We have some storage down here. So this is our medicine cabinet. You can obviously see it's this is actually really well organized, and I haven't touched this. In the back bathroom, I did organize this a little bit because when we travel, I actually put all of our bathroom stuff in this basket, and it's just all of this stuff on these shelves right here, like glass bottles, face wash, toothbrush, perfumes, medicines, all of that stuff. In here, it really doesn't need a lot of work because I'm in this cabinet all the time. But if you do have a washer dryer in your rig, I would suggest utilizing some of that upper space, because this is a contained unit, and all of the air, actually this never gets hot in here. I tested this out before we ever put anything on top, so it's not like a fire hazard, but all of the hot air, it's a contained unit, vents right out of the back of the RV. So normal laundry rooms get pretty hot. This does not. The back here doesn't even get hot when this is running. So I put a couple IKEA shelves up here. They're actually, well, they were Velcroed to the wall. And then I have these 2 bins, which this is bathroom towels and kitchen towels. And this is just miscellaneous like laundry stuff, which it's really heavy, so I don't want to take it out. And then in the very back, there is toilet paper stored back there. So, and then we keep our scale kind of tucked away to the side. And then this is my actual washing machine book. Sometimes I have to reference that if codes get popped on it. But this bathroom is pretty well organized. I mean, underneath, that's another thing that I kind of want to fix. But if I can get a bin for the first aid stuff, that would really help out, because we have like a few bottles of alcohol and then we have peroxide. That would help a ton. I actually just recently organized this drawer. So in your bathroom drawers, if you can get some sort of like boxes or inserts or something to put in here and kind of keep things where they're supposed to go. And then especially if your husband has a shaver, the hair just gets everywhere. It's just so easy to be able to pull this out and actually just dump it in the trash can. In this drawer, again, I have a couple baskets. We keep hairbrushes and stuff in here. This is just miscellaneous stuff. This bottom drawer is a disaster, and I don't know what to do with that just yet. So we are going to close that. So I'm too short to put the toilet paper up. My husband has to do that. So those are the bathrooms. I'm gonna be doing a little bit in those, so I'll show you what's gonna happen in there, but I wanted to show you closets. So I recently just downsized all of our clothing. So this is all my clothes. In the bottom, I have a quick medicine drawer, and then I have my drawer for like my nails. That's about all that's going on in there. This is all of Nate's clothing except for like a couple drawers down here. But I'm gonna show you the bed. I'm gonna warn you, it looks atrocious. I have to find a solution for this. And I think my solution is gonna be vacuum seal bags. I'm gonna do vacuum seal bags for all of the loose sheets, coats, things. And then for the other stuff, there's actually bins under here. I just need to organize the bins better. So there's like pillows and bags, my printer, which I need to be able to access all the time for homeschool. And then you can see in the very back, there's a printer box back there. That's just got some miscellaneous stuff in it. I'm actually planning on using that. And then our medicine box is actually this thing with the white lid. The rest of this is just like loose fabric items. And we have to actually reorganize this because underneath this bed, if we put too much weight on the front, up here close to the front of the bed, it makes the slide motor bog down. So I have to reorganize this. The next thing I'm gonna have to organize are the kids' toys. So they're in these buckets. And they just throw like their shoes, they throw everything in there because they don't know how to organize and they don't have anything other than these 2 big bins. So I'm gonna have to get something better than this. Like I need a better solution. And these just live in our toddler's bed because she's so short all the time. And it just gets to be too much. So the big kid, obviously this is her bed and this is her mess. And I think I finally found that binder we were looking for. We have command hooks everywhere. There's command hooks here, there's command hooks there. There's these door hooks, Velcro everywhere. That's it for the back. Okay, so we're back to under the bed storage. I showed you this earlier and it was atrocious, remember? I just finished organizing it. I still want to go get a new file box and a vacuum seal bag for the coats and stuff that I already shoved in there. But I'm going to show you the progress that I made. And this under storage bed is phenomenal. But like I said earlier, if you load the bed down too much, the slide likes to drag. And that's bad for the slide motor. We've already had to replace 2 slide motors, so don't want to do that. So let me flip you around. We've got my printer, and I'm gonna put just basic homeschool stuff right here in the front. That way we can access it really quick. Our medicine box, our gear is actually underneath Nate's yoga mat. And then my yoga mat's laying down here. There's a toy, and then those boxes in the back The printer box is actually full of our winter gear. So hats, gloves, winter boots, things like that. All of our winter gear is in that. And then we have a couple coats back there and Nate's ammo bag, and that's it, that's back there. There are a couple computer boxes, and one of the computer boxes is my fried MacBook. So that's kind of under storage until I have the money to actually get it repaired so Natalie can use it for school. But until then, it's stored under the bed. And then the above the bed storage, both of these are just extra storage for, like, this one is beach towels, and then this one over here is just extra tools that Nate doesn't use all the time, but he needs in the RV, inside the RV, in case anything were to happen in here and he doesn't want to have to go out to get them outside. So huge progress is being made in this bedroom. I'm super excited about that. We just need a few more bins, vacuum seal bags, and then we will be on our way. Okay, so we're moving behind the TV. This storage is mainly for electronics with like a few kitchen things, and that's it. So when we bought this RV, the cabinet door on here was actually a TV mount, and then there was a cabinet door covering this hole here. This is not the most favorite fix that we've had in the world for me personally in this RV. I actually hate it a lot, and I hate that I lost all of the storage to electronics, but it is what it is. So behind here we have obviously an Xbox, and there's a Wii just chilling back there, and then pretty much half this cabinet is taken up with cords. And then we put a net up here, and all of these bins back here are just like games, miscellaneous cords that we need for TVs and game systems. I'm not honestly sure what's in there. I think that's another game system. Maybe it's the Nintendo 64. And then over here on this side are my husband's Game of Thrones DVDs. And then I told you there were a few kitchen things in here. So I keep our cream and sugar for coffee. There is tea and coffee, oil, and Ziploc bags. But that's really it. So there's two things that need to go in the trash. So this little section right here is for my kitchen stuff, and all of the rest of it is electronics. So you have to do what you gotta do, and you have to make the husband happy. So electronics compartment and movies, DVDs. So that's about it. That is everything, I think, in this RV that we have utilized for organization space, or we have modified in some way to make it work for us. So this net, you can find this net on Amazon. It's not the most practical solution. The hooks that came with it didn't actually work for the net, so I think my husband put up screws or something and like drilled it in. So I don't really know. I'd have to ask him. But that's it. That is all of the organization in the RV.